Yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. We're your hosts, Harrison.
Banks.
Najee. Shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast. We always keep it 100 with you. I'm rolling solo today. It's your man, Harrison, and I got a very, very special guest. You may know him by Mr. B Easy, all the way Mr. Darren Bates, kicking with us from the Raw Room today. How you feeling, my man?
I'm good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you going through, man. Coming on. Finally, somebody hit my DMs. I was going through like a DM struggle of like, this person. And then I was looking, and thankfully I know that you like to, go hard on people that do something. I'm like, this nigga obviously checked one of the two. So I was like, fuck it. I go through and I hit it up. But I appreciate you coming on. I'm a big fan for you for the football, and I'm a big fan of you from the Raw Room. So I appreciate you coming on today. So how's everything hanging with you for this offseason? How's everything been going?
Man, offseason, it's been the last couple of years. Probably been about the same, especially with the COVID thing. I feel like it's been a long time, even though with the season I already played through. But the offseason has been longer. It's been different for me just because I'm not on the team per se right now, so I don't have to do the OTAs. I don't have to do this. So it's like free time. So, I get to be daddy. I get to work on the podcast. I get to do business deals now, with the podcast. Got people shooting at me for that, want to throw us money. So it's like, now I feel like, somebody want to give me some money doing this. And I need to, put my everything into it, so that's kind of what I've been doing. And then still working out. I got my 7-year-old that's always riding around with me, going to workouts. He been trying to be big in the sport. So that's be his thing. He want to do the workouts. He want to do the pool workouts. He might want to do the ladder all the time. He want to do something. He want to go catch some balls. He want to do something. So I can't be sitting around, chilling too long, when I got him asking me when we going to work out.
Man, I wish I had that same enthusiasm for mine. He'd be like, when can we go inside? I'm like, man, you just put your shoes on. So, yeah, it's the complete opposite scale from there. I always did wonder, like, when you're on the free agency, when you at least going for the season and the team and stuff you're going for, you got like a way you're gonna do it. When since you're on the free agent block, what's your motivation for like the workouts that you go into, knowing that you just staying ready, or you can't really get ready for a certain scheme if you don't know where you at? You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of stay ready.
As far as for me, especially as a predominant special team guy, it's like I'm not really worried about scheme, other than, because you get on there special team, shit, you scheme up on the sideline almost, 90% of the time. So I feel like the only thing that's just, to be honest, the only thing that changed probably from the first 8 years, going into now my 9th year, so it's my 9th offseason going to that. The only change is having that team that you can be on, that you will be on, having that in the back of your mind, like, okay, so we report July, whatever. It's like you got that grind, you chasing that grind, I was thinking about this the other day, but it's just like having the passion again. It's like, and when you don't have that team, I feel like for me, I had to find the love of the grind again type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you always got that grind when you first come to the league, or when you first trying to make a team. Like, you chase the grind, you love the grind, you love the working out 2 times a day and doing all this and eating right now, that stuff. You love that grind. And I feel like at the beginning of this off season, I was getting a few calls, but nobody really was messing with me. And I was like, not really down, but it was like I didn't chase the grind. You feel me? Like I was working out every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Every 2 times a week, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or 3 times a week. And then, what I'm saying, not probably really doing what I should do. But then it was just something like Arizona just called my agent and was like, hey, is he working out? And that might hit me up, was like, hey, Arizona called. And it was like that. It just clicked on again for me. Now, now it's 2 times a day working out, 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock. It's back to the grind. It's back to trying, eating better and all that stuff, and doing the small things that you do when it's time to chase the ground.
Yeah, I definitely know that mindset. I know we play sports on a way lesser scale from our intramurals that we do in the military. But I know normally I do something for the most part. But when the season come up and I know I got to be running up and down, I got to be playing flag again, less. Yeah, but I know I was like, man, I can't just be sitting up here doing the same old. So I definitely get that. So I definitely know that passion is a thrill. I did. I mean, that passion is kind of what gets you to put that extra burst into it. I did wonder. When I know you're a special team. When you were here, did you go to the Pro Bowl one of those years you was on special team, or were you
BT was the alternate. It seemed like every year I get on the Pro Bowl ballot, it's the same people that go every year.
Yeah,
it's either Matt Slater, some returner, or Lorenzo Alexander. You know, I mean, obviously now the name's changing up, guys to get to the Pro Bowl, but it was always I'll just be on the ballot. So probably after my 6th year, I was like, I'm over it. I don't even care no more.
Yeah.
They still put me on the ballot, but
yeah. Last year you was playing Madden and asking who you could beat on the stick. So I was just like, at any time, I was like, I know AJ had to be mad. I was like, ain't this a bitch? Everybody get a jersey. I'm sitting here talking about what I do a nigga on Madden. But I do know, I do remember like some of your plays from St. Louis and definitely from that fumble scoop that you got the fumble, tackled him, punched it out with your left hand, rolled over, picked it back up, and then scored it. So I knew from that point, and I think that was the same game. That's how it came about, because I know that same game. I think that's when you had that big ass boom box in the locker room. And the only thing I remember, I know you know him as Paul Kaharski. He would just say, he's like, this one player always playing his music loud in. And I was just like, man, I was like, that nigga looked fun. But that seemed like that was like the best time that our defense has had, because I feel like we had everybody and a camaraderie stance. Like that was like, I guess, when the boys adaptation came through. But I did, before we get back to the pros, I did want to like just touch on like some of the earlier stuff. So we got a Tennessee native here, you know, through and through. You went to Christian Brothers High School. I know your first 2-3 years, and I know you finished out for Olive Branch your senior year, right? So I was always wondering. I know you went to you was gonna commit to Arkansas before you end up going to Auburn,
Arkansas State.
Arkansas State. So I always wonder, I know you went to Auburn Cam year, but I always wondered, like, why didn't you go to TSU? Because I know nobody from Memphis go to Memphis State, they go to Tennessee State. So I was always wondering, we did produce a couple pros, so I was wondering why you didn't go to TSU.
Didn't nobody holler at me. I ain't get no offer. I didn't get no offers. I got a Central Arkansas offer me like during the season. I think during the football season.
Yeah.
And then after the season, probably like in January, maybe Arkansas State gave me an offer. I went down there. I was just telling the story on Bustle with the Boys. Actually, it did. So after a couple months go by, I committed
Auburn from a dunk contest, right? You got Auburn from a dunk.
Dunking in practice. Yeah, so then literally a couple days before signing day, I get the Auburn offer. I call Arkansas State, let Buddy know, hey, I'm not coming. I'm going to Auburn, and boom, I'm nigga at Auburn.
So you know, now your Auburn lifestyle ain't nothing to shy by. So I hope you talk your shit when you talk about it. 16 out of it. I know your words exactly. Y'all niggas was established during slavery. So 16th on the all-time tackling list. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing to be shy.
Oh, for real? That's what I am?
I think you said
shit. You done told me that shit over with. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I know one time I was about to be like having the most consecutive games played at Auburn, but I fucked around and got hurt against LSU.
That one year you had 94 tackles. What year was that? Your senior year or your sophomore? 2012.
2012, my senior year.
Senior year.
Yeah.
That one I know was a beast. When they moved you to linebacker from safety to linebacker, was it your junior or senior year?
Sophomore year. So we won that championship. I was about to transfer too. So when they moved me to linebacker, I'm like, first of all, I was 195. They moved me to linebacker. I'm like, hey, and I just had tore my labrum, so I had surgery. And they told me this right after the surgery. So I'm like, bro, my dad was hot about that shit too. And I was like, man, we finna go to Arkansas State. He hit up Arkansas State, told the DB coach, told the head coach. They was like, hell yeah. And then I said, I probably just waited for a couple months. And I was like, fuck it. They made me a starter. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I ain't gonna leave. They're gonna still be starting. So, and they just went on from there. I figured it out how to play linebacker at their size. stick and move, hit a motherfucker, don't shy away. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Ready to bring a fight, make a motherfucker think I'm crazy. So I just figured it out.
And then that shit, I'm glad you just stuck with your gut, because then you got a blessing from the skies. You got Mr. JUCO legend, Mr. BCS, Mr. National Championship, Heisman winner himself. How was that BCS year for you, like just in general, from not only a national like media attention, from like the winning the games, y'all had that famous Block 6 game, and then Cam go off, RIP to the BCS ring. But
Oh, yeah.
but other than that, how was just like that year from like, because that was your final year you were there, right?
No. I had 2 more years after that.
That was
That
your
was my
sophomore year. My fault. Your sophomore
that was
year.
my sophomore
Okay.
year.
How was that BCS year from there? Just like having that whole experience.
Man, that shit was crazy. It was cool as hell. It was fun. It was just crazy. Literally just like thinking about like it happening during the time. Like we literally kind of calling it. Like the week 7 we beat LSU. Like we in the locker room after the game, literally like, hey, this nigga Cam finna win the Heisman. We finna go to the national championship. Like and it's week 7. So
Yeah.
we just still building momentum. We just like it's like those miracle seasons you be seeing like teams have. Like we had that shit. Like we were literally losing almost every game we played at halftime, like by double
Mm-hmm.
digit points. And there's some crazy shit come back, we win. Clemson snapper, double snap the ball, they get a penalty, and he fuck around, miss the field goal, we win the game. Like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
South Carolina game that Jones live. It was all type of fun. People setting records, shit. Darvin Adams set records, Cam set records, Nick. Man, everybody was just balling defense. We was kind of trash, but then we were kind of good at the same time. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? We going to school, they telling us we going in the class of 300 some people. People just start getting up out of nowhere, clapping for us and shit. We ain't even went to the SEC championship yet.
Yeah.
Like it's just live right there. You know what I'm saying? We stopped going to class altogether. So it was just everybody was going to study hall and having fun, bro. It was just everything about it was good. It was a good year. I don't think nobody got in trouble that year.
Yeah. So I know like I know it's a big, I was always wondering that, because your transition, your senior year, you was real. You had 4 interceptions, 90 tackles, and a whole 900 yards total, clearly. So you still had a solid as what you call a year, but to go from there, because is Olive Branch a big school in Memphis?
No, Olive Branch in Mississippi, and
I'm sorry, Olive
Olive
Branch.
Branch in Mississippi and Christian Brothers in Memphis.
Get that attention from there, like was it? Did you kind of get starstruck by it a little bit, or was it still easy? Like, was it still like easy as it is, kind of like now? You know how to maneuver on it. I know.
Cause I didn't see like nigga coming up, like especially in Memphis in high school. So I saw niggas that really get real fame off of, you know what I'm saying, off of some shit. Like I didn't get none of that. Like I got some little shit from people I know type shit, but it was like I still humble as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't getting all the iPads and niggas getting this and clothes and you know what I'm saying. I got a couple tattoos off, you know what I'm saying, just off some real nigga shit, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't get all that, so it was like that wasn't none of me. I saw players that didn't even get a snap in the NFL, but they was acting like they was the shit, and like that just wasn't nothing for me. That wasn't cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have had to go back home. My homeboy had been checking my ass, like so.
I got you. I know. So I know you made that transition. What made you kind of get on the special teams vibe? Because you transitioned when you came to NFL. You kind of like predominantly special teams and like secondary linebacker, right?
I just figured it out. Like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had nobody tell me. I just saw it from like guys like Jolon Dunbar. Who else was in that room? Shit, we had a young ass room. But like Jolon Dunbar, he was on the New Orleans Super Bowl team. He was going to like his 7th or 8th year, my rookie year, and I saw that he played special teams, but then he also kind of started a few games and played defense, but he still played special teams too. And I just saw how that might like worked hard at that shit, and this like going kind of OTAs, and I figured out like, bro, I'm gonna have to just figure out a way because that year we had Alec Ogletree 1st round pick, James Laurinaitis, then we had a Ray Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, ooh, I gotta figure out how to get on this team. Like I'm gonna try out. I gotta figure this shit out. Special teams was it. We had a special team practice. Coach Fisher, first day of training camp. Like it was a fight out there. It was a real like anything goes, and I figured like shit, I can play I can do this. This like my type of thing, you know. And then it's just more of a free spirit type of thing playing special teams. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always too tight and you gotta worry about this coverage and worry about this. And if they motion over this and this later, it's like, bro, you just go play ball. You know what I'm saying? That was just I figured out and that's what some teams like the Jeff Fisher Rams. They want special teams players. They take undrafted guys. We had the youngest team in the league at my rookie year. Oakland wanted the same thing when we got there. Got me and BT, and then we came to the Titans. They, what I'm saying? It's teams that look into special teams as, not as just another player. They look into it like, we can capitalize off this. You know what I'm saying? And there's players that if you understand and finding your niche, you learn how to capitalize off of your position and how to stay in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay in the league for 9 years.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. I guess a lot of people just look at special teams as just kickoff return or whatever return. It's a whole bunch of touchbacks, but I'm like, it's not. Yeah, go ahead.
I get that because people watching the ball. Like when people at the game and when people watch on TV, everybody watch the ball. Like, so you don't watch all these players doing other stuff that not you yourself, but the people that's watching them. They can't do, so they don't understand. So that's why I don't get my feelings hurt when people try to come. Oh, you just play special teams. Like, you don't even know. That don't even make sense.
Yeah,
because they would love to just step on the sideline during the game. So for you to try to clown nigga like, oh, you play special teams, and guess what, bro? Your favorite player know me as that nigga on special teams type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like you got a name on special teams.
Feel me?
I think was it in a couple rules they changed because of you? Because I know when you was in St. Louis,
bro.
you was a head hunter. You was like I remember if Tavon coming across that punt return, he come across that edge, and the nigga be like, "Oh, I got you." Bow. He wake up like, "Damn, where Tavon go?" You done laid his ass out. So you was like the essential of a head hunter. And what a lot of niggas don't really appreciate is that we've been worse. I take this. I always know when you not when like the times before when you went to Oakland or whatever. I knew you wasn't on team because we was giving up punt returns like it was and shit. Like we was giving up 5 yards and I'm like, what the fuck? Like we sitting this person go through. I think it was. I remember like the last one was like the Will Fuller come back from a hamstring. This nigga ain't played all season. Hamstring, exactly. Hamstring on boo boo. Now all of a sudden this nigga catch the ball and then boom, we getting scored on. Everybody named mama getting us on punt. At this point, I'm like, bro, don't even punt that bitch. Go for it on 4th and 20 if you need to, because they gonna come right back to this spot anyway if you punt that bitch down there. But I always like I've seen it. I've played it. I played kickoff like to a certain age, but I seen it. But I think like special teams, like you said, you made it. You in your 9th year. Again, congrats. You 1 more year from 10. A lot of niggas don't make it past 2. You're in your 9th year and you ain't a special teams guy. You are a pro at your position. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you can't put a wide receiver out there and think he can just go track a nigga down and catch that lane or get that block or catch that Z.
But that's what makes special teams great though, because you have the wide receivers that can hold the nigga up and can run down and make a tackle. You know what I'm saying? You got linebackers that can block, you know what I'm saying, open space, that can move their feet, that can, you know what I'm saying, hold your ass up. But they also is the guys that don't understand that they need to work on special teams, that think they just gonna play their position. It ain't working like that. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit, bro. It's like that's why I be trying to tell a couple of young guys I be working out with now, like some of them undrafted, and they think they just want to work on doing like running back drills and shit all the time.
My halfback shit. Let me just run my tight end shit. Like nigga, go to special teams.
Let me see your pro set. Let me see your kick step. You know what I'm saying? Like if your shit that don't look trash, I guarantee you, when you get out there, you can't even get them running back reps, my boy. Watch, because they gonna be like, nigga, you can't even help us on special teams. So I don't even want to see your running back reps. I don't even want to see your linebacker rep. I don't want to see your DB rep. You don't want to play gunner. You can just go find another team then. Cause that's where it's gonna end up. Niggas think that shit sweet. It happened to a nigga that he's still in the league now. He's making this shit work. Goddamn, my boy just won't sign with the Giants. With the Titans. Shit.
Oh, we just signed him for the special teams, right?
Yeah.
I know you
Nebraska.
I can't think of his name. I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
when he first got to the Titans, he thought shit was sweet. He was doing DB shit. He want to take special team shit from. They cut his ass. Probably brought him back like 2 weeks later. He had a whole new demeanor. Now look at him. He going to his fourth year, third, fourth. What they going to his fourth year? So it's
Assalamu
like,
alaikum, my brothers. Where's that special team? I go out there and catch the punts. Like, you good,
you know
brother.
What I'm saying?
No DB drill for me, brother. I'm gonna go out here. They calling the punt.
And he learned that shit. And he learned it. And I feel like you know what I'm saying, being able to have me and Will Compton around like guys, and I didn't have the same thing from old guys on other teams. Just teach you the way, learn. Just listen to niggas. That's all you gotta do. Don't think you know everything, cause you're damn sure.
Like I said, I hope. Like I said, shout out to you for the Arizona. I'm still looking for that DB jersey. So whenever you print it, you know what I'm saying. And I know the difference between the fan made ones that you can make on. Trust me, I see the numbers be big and names. But wherever you go, I'm still copping that jersey because even if it's Arizona, we play y'all. So I'm coming to either one of them. But I do.
I already know that nigga Malcolm gonna be ready for that one.
Man, oh my geez, look, I got some discrepancies that I really feel bad about. It was only one name that I was cool with letting go, and that was Adoree. And that's just because I just ain't like how he came back. But I ain't gonna rant about that. I was just like, it is what it is. We wasted too much money. I would have rather kept Corey, but it is what it is. But Malcolm, raw. like I said, man. I knew it. I was just like him and Logan. If anybody played great on their last year, it was him and Logan. Them two, and then they tried Malcolm the year before, and he was like, all right, cool, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And that next year, everybody, when he played Dez, shut Dez down. Every number one receiver, he shut them down. I get he was a little bit pricey. His was the only one I understood from business. But if you was going to cut Adoree, you might as well. Bro, him and Jack Rabbit together. Oh, man, I'm hoping.
Man, that's what me and Rabbit were talking about. Like, he wanted to play with bro too. Man, y'all too bad. Over with. Malcolm,
I hope they cut you, not for good reasons, but so you can come back here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just come back here. You know what I'm saying? But I know they still got Sherm out there. So I feel like if they compare him and Sherm together, we'll be good. But if we can get, I know you will. It's just the dynamic y'all had because y'all was the MNCB boys and then that linebacker and then the boys started with y'all. So it's only Rashawn and he on contract year. So I don't know where his head going to be. Jayon, he on contract year again, even though he got that 3-year stuff. And you got Jeffrey. I don't know where he gonna be at. And you got Bud Dupree. So I'm like, damn, we can't get nobody.
Locker room different, you know what I'm saying? Locker room, I already know just talking to them boys, man. Like, I feel like me personally, like the locker room need to be close. Like, no matter if you win in all the games or you lose in all the games, either way you want the locker room close, especially if you're losing. Like, that's the worst part of time. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst time for a team to fall apart when you're losing. So it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Locker room needs some love, man. You know,
it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit on KB's shoulders, but I think after that bad year and niggas question him, I feel like that's what you need because everything was mile high for Kevin. He missed the 615, so I think he need that. But I definitely miss Malcolm, Logan, you and Will out there. But hopefully some teams don't appreciate y'all. Y'all could come back to the Ville. But I did want to get transitioning to the podcast, and I consider y'all the NFL version of the 85 South show. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I should get up there.
Man, look, I look at it like this. Y'all niggas bring the same edge, the same unfilteredness, but you bring it from like a player's perspective. And it's a lot of people out there. There's only 2 podcasts, active players. That's y'all and Busting with the Boys. So thankfully both y'all represent Tennessee. But I think what I like about y'all is like I've listened to other people, minus some Tennessee interviews where your voice changed. But I think that was like, oh man, look, I get it, brother. But I gotta do that.
That's why I hate doing interviews, bro, because then I had to put on the fake shit.
Like, yeah, I love me some Hattie B's. I was like, nigga, you're going to Princeton. But but I was like, so I look at it, y'all bring that unfilteredness, and then y'all guests bring a comfortability to where, like, even Janoris Jenkins, when he was on there, I haven't heard him say too much, but when y'all was getting it from him, he was just lax in conversation. Same with Malcolm.
But that's different because most everybody that come on there for the most part, you can tell. We know, like Rabbit when I was talking about like having somebody to look up to, Rabbit was my fruit year was that nigga that I hung out with, going over his house all the time, kicking it, just learning, seeing how he worked, literally come to work hard, then go home type shit. Like I watched Rabbit do that, and I would hang with him all the time, going to family functions and shit. Like so. like most everybody, like I done kicked it with it's a relationship
It's an
between
established
us.
relationship,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's something already been like, yeah, we done had guests on that I don't know shit about, like, Tim from Moon Taxi, a band. Don't never even heard of Moon Taxi, but it's just a plug. Boom, Tim come on. Tim has a great fucking time.
Networking,
We
yeah.
kick it. You know what I'm saying? Then, because that's basically what the pod is all about. That's how I kind of wanted to start. Well, that's how I wanted to start, being just a way for me to get to speak instead of. I don't get interviews, and obviously, with Paul Gorski and my music, they don't like me. I don't care because I
They're
don't
gonna
mind
talk
it.
about you. They're gonna put your character out there as faulty when they don't know shit about
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
exactly. So it's like, bro, I just so don't y'all. Nobody come talk to me. Like I don't care. So I figured, like, well, I do still want to talk. I want to get this shit off. I saw Will. That's my one of my best friends. He started his own podcast like 4 or 5 years ago. It's nothing like this is just talking about movies and shit. But I was like, nigga, you like that shit? I love how he was working hard at it. He doing it. And I saw Will shit, and then just like, fuck, I might as well do it my damn self, And then it
Yeah.
just came from that. And I just want to be able to let's tell my story the way I want to,
Mm-hmm.
and people can hear the way, what I'm saying, it coming from me, or even the stuff that I got in trouble for, what I'm saying, with the weed chart. Like, I want to take my way. Like, that article was lying. Let me tell you how it really went type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like when I have people on, I want them to be able to talk about they come up, what I'm saying, if they want to talk about their downfall and how they got back up. Like, it's going to be real conversation. I ain't trying to make nothing, no interviews and make people uncomfortable. Like, that shit ain't the move. Like, it's more about getting yourself exposure. Like that's why I like comedians coming on, like local comedians. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have another one coming on next week.
Yeah.
It's just all about just building their brand and just getting love from people that's like, and it's not like I want to give everybody flowers, you know what I'm saying, when they hear, why they hear. So, you know what I'm saying? It just, I feel like we can make this thing real big if we just keep on going. That's all it is.
Yeah. Shout out to the Raw Room. Like I said, it's the athletes version of 85 South Show. So you got Christian Fulton on there. And yeah, you know him, but I've never heard him speak.
But see, I don't.
And
that's what I'm saying. I didn't even know Chris like that. Like, he was rookie when I came in. I came in right before week 1. So I ain't getting no time. I ain't see bro at all.
Okay.
Then he got hurt. So he was, a lot of time he was out the locker room or doing training room stuff. Never spoke to bro. And, he was already quiet. So he pulled up on the room, you know what I'm saying? Like, chill for a little bit. Then we popped it off.
Yeah, because I've still been trying to go to the trenches. I was down there for that when Slim and Huskies opened up, back to open up the block, and I was like, this store sound familiar. And then when I was listening to the stuff probably about 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, that's what the fuck it was. It was the trenches. But like I said, people just come through and y'all got a comfortability, and it's just like I said, it's a laxness that you got that you don't even realize that, like when people sitting there, like I don't know if you notice this because I do female. Cause I don't think have you had any females on your show yet?
Libby of Jalen Cousins, so I guess Libby don't count. No,
yeah. So I noticed with guys, I've had both. With guys, it's a pissing contest for the first 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a bravado and stuff like that. But none of your guests had it. Like you said, of course, some of it has to do with people, but like I said, to hear how Rabbit don't drink, or hear how Christian, had his little stint or whatever, he got his first interception. He thought shit was gonna be sweet.
Oh, it was sweet.
We saw the defense. It wasn't, but it's just that comfortability. And so it's like, and then y'all jokes and stuff be so relatable. So it's like, these niggas make me laugh like Carlos and them do. So, y'all on your way, and y'all coming up on your first year anniversary next month, August, I think the 10th, right? So, shout out to year 1. So I wanted to ask you, we like a year and a half in. So I wanted to ask you, like, what are some of the misconceptions that you thought you had about podcasts, and you seem like, oh, this shit different since you started it?
Oh, money. I always had, like I said, the way I want my shit to look, like the way to set up. That's how my vision was the whole time. I just didn't know, like, it was gonna take this much to get into, and we gotta try this out, nigga. We done had about 12 different cameras we didn't use. I'm talking about expensive shit. We done bought switchboards and this shit, mounting TVs and that hoe. And it's like, we ain't even use none of that shit. So we just bought the shit, and everybody's like, you just learning, bro. You just going on learning. And I feel like you can't never be closed minded in this shit, because everybody doing something. I feel like I just be taking shit from everybody down there and just remixing
Yeah.
that hoe, put it in a bowl, redo it again, and then come out with some raw room on it. I mean,
I
it
did.
just
Go ahead.
no, it's just different. That it's like just playing football. It's like you calling up for like if you got a goal at the end, you start in well, I started playing football in 5th grade, so it's like I didn't, what I'm saying, you want to make it to the league, but you got to keep on going. Like, I want to be Joe Rogan. I want to be 85 South. I want to be all them boys that's making M's off they shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be Joe Budden, and I want to be able to get to that thing. So it's like, I see it. I see the grind in it, so I like that shit.
Yeah, I noticed. For me, like when we started, the hardest thing was talking. Not like I could talk all day, but it's kind of like you got to watch your You gotta be able to transition to the next topic. You gotta have topics to talk about every week.
I see. Like I don't know. See, that's why I like our shit, bro. Half the time, bro, we literally sit down, but hey, what the fuck we finna talk about?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like we just hit record, and they just start talking. We don't even like. That's why I like with 85 South show. That's kind of where I got it from. You know how Carlos Miller just ran like, "Welcome back to 85 South." That's what so that's kind of we just started talking, bro. We talking about this, talking about this. No, it's going to this, going to that. The whole fucking thing starting to go. Now we 30 minutes in, 45 minutes in.
Now it's just about topics.
You feel me? And then I'm on the phone just writing down shit. I just thinking about why niggas talking. It's about Mook to bring that up, and I like that switching just and then randomly doing. I love doing that shit. Just randomly ask like with Nav and this nigga was talking about something. I asked this nigga about some shit that happened to him in 3rd grade. That I heard him talk about on another podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, just having shit like that, because I know niggas be like, what the fuck? How you know that, nigga? Like, yeah, nigga. Film shit, nigga.
Yeah, I know. It was so like we tried that, but like my one of my co-hosts, he is a responder. So and he gonna go by what you talking about. So if I ain't got shit to say, we hit record. It's yeah. So we didn't run into that one. And then for the first year, I had to actually stop like listening to podcasts because I was taking stuff, but I wasn't remixing it. So I was just stealing it. At that point, so it was like I was recording that shit. And then I was like, yo, I'm stealing the styles, I'm stealing the verbiage and shit.
Now that can happen though. That can happen. I feel like I didn't call myself doing a lot of low shit, like you know what I'm saying. So you have to catch us, but oh hell no, I can't do it like that. I gotta remix that.
Because niggas, because like I said, I like yours because like you said, you just talking off dome because talking off the dome. So I gotta slow down. You just talking off the dome and it's going what y'all feel. Like me, I feel like at first I was like, let me keep up with current events. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Ari and Moneybag. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't want to talk
leave
about
that up to the niggas that's in the bit, like that's they Joe Budden them, like they gonna talk about this. Like that's why I can listen to other podcasts because it's like I'm not finna. Who cares? Like I might bring up some silly shit, but it's like I know it's gonna get some laugh, like in the room, with the guys and stuff. But yeah, talking about who dating and stupid shit like that, I can care less.
Did you see Safari don't care about that baby? I don't give a fuck. That's their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect. I don't want to talk about that.
I don't. It's not. Yeah, and I don't even know. Like, especially when I look at who my listeners, probably most of my roommates are. They don't care. So it's like they could give a fuck about that shit. They want to hear my drunk stories and shit.
Exactly. Like I got a plethora of stories, my own damn stuff. I can go for that. But it would be that, or I'll be trying to put like stupid ass games in and shit like that. So I'm like, bro, what am I doing? So
I didn't try that shit too.
So I stopped. We're doing it for like a year, and then when we finally found like our flow, I went back to kind of catching up. Was it harder or easier? I've always wanted to ask this question. Was it harder or easier? So I feel like I look at Shannon Sharps, and I look at any other prolific person now. You know, everybody named mama want to do podcasting now. You know, a girl be like, girl, I got my hair done, let's start a podcast. How she fucked my edges up. I always wonder with the people who, like, you know, you got a big contact list. Is it harder or to get it out there for people to listen, or do you try to steer away from and get organic audience? Because I always wonder, I'm like, man, Shannon can call fucking Obama on his shit, and I'm out here trying to
see, now I like that shit organic because first of all, I like organic as far as the niggas that I'm having on, the guests that come on. Like I don't want no green ass niggas that don't want to repost that whole like show love and shit. Like so I don't want no bullshit. That's why we don't do ad reads. I mean, look for niggas to do ads for us, or sponsor us, or sponsor them, and try to push us out there. Cause like that shit look. First of all, that shit, I hate that shit. Shit look lame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When like world start posting these half naked ass bitches just because the bitches pay for them to post it. Like that's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the game. I ain't with that because you gonna have a whole bunch of people talking shit anyway. So it's like I'd rather you find my shit than you got to talk about it on your own organically, like you say. So it's gonna be organic haters, organic lovers. So they all fucking secret lovers to me. So it's like you all gonna come in and listen, just subscribe, like, and share. I don't care how we get it. I just don't want no fake shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a, like you said, just sit down with the people and then just let this shit make it roll.
I did want to shine on one thing I have noticed about Memphis is I feel like Memphis is starting to take over a lot in a lot of factors. Now, you know, Nashville and Tennessee have been, I mean, Nashville and Tennessee, the same place. Nashville and Memphis have been putting out like a lot of athletes. And I noticed, you know, I can't speak on Memphis. I just because I'm not from there, but I would say the Memphis athletes or Memphis athletics have like really started to pop out there. What have you noticed since, you know, your time there, and like now more of the attention, especially from Mookie and Jalen and them giving Tennessee a spotlight? Like, yo, we breed niggas too. And you got Derek Barnett for I still think he with the Eagles, but you know, we got Julie what's his name, Garland. Like we putting out niggas homegrown. And then Wiseman was from Memphis, correct?
Yeah, James, he can. But see, the thing, like, it's all Memphis, bro. We always had cold ass niggas. Like, it's always been basketball, football. It's been there. It's just, you know, some niggas get in different avenues. You know, being on this side of the street. Then we got, but then, you know, in my situation, as far as like just not getting looked at, like how your own school in the city don't even fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with nobody in Memphis. So it was like we had them, they just could never make it out, but because of like those two reasons. So that's why I transferred schools. You know what I'm saying? Got out of Memphis, went to a whole private school. It's supposed to be the best in the city, and still ain't got no offers. Like it don't even make sense. We have niggas that on the team. Everybody like the biggest nigga we had go D2 somewhere in Tennessee. I actually went to Tennessee Tech. So it's like, man, why? I'm out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna go to this school 10 minutes down the road from the house that's signing 11 niggas a year D1 scholarship. So like, come on, bro. And they win the state championship, you know what I'm saying, going to state championship. But like coming up, like we had John Henson. I played basketball with John Henson when I was little because he used to live in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like Greg Wooten, and now we had a whole bunch of just NBA worthy ass players. They just didn't make it, bro. It's like probably the same thing. I ain't know Nashville had balls like that. You know what I'm saying?
Same here. I didn't know. I'd never seen Jalen Ramsey when I was there. I went to school with Derek Barnett's sister. Didn't even know he played football. And then everybody there, as soon as I leave Nashville, now these niggas is turning into Space Jam and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm working out here, and like all these, Hugo Amadi, he went to Ainsworth. I think he went to Ainsworth. He ended up he played for Seattle, but it's like, what, when, how long you been in Nashville? Nigga, like my whole life. Like, how? And there's like 8 other little niggas, Emmanuel Smith. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, all of a sudden in Nashville, did y'all just get athletes? Exactly. I never seen it before.
When all these foreign niggas move in, so I'm like, hey, bro, they ain't y'all.
I can't call them that shit.
Yeah, I was like, bro, don't even think you about to bring your new town in talking about homebred. I like the growth that we get in there, and then I also like that Memphis is finally getting its just dudes on the music scene. Like y'all about to have y'all Houston run, like y'all how Atlanta was for a little bit, because every hot song right now outside of the Migos album is from Memphis. You got Moneybagg just dropped his album, that was fire. You got Pooh Shiesty is from Memphis, right? Key Glock is from Memphis. Dolphin them just put that together. Of course, Gotti, legend out there, and so it's just like
we got plenty more big Boogie, Big Scar, Big 30, Big Moochie Great. Man, I Am Me Casino, LaShawn, but we got so many rappers that they coming up like. Next year is gonna be FOMO, new Memphis rappers. Watch.
Oh, and so like I said, Memphis is finally getting just, but to a Tennessee nigga from another Tennessee nigga, this ain't nothing new. Like I've heard every Cocaine from Cocaine 1 where Gotti used to have that slur before he got some new teeth, and now he can understand what he said, you know what I'm saying, on my phone. So this ain't nothing new. It's just niggas acting like they doing something different. I always wondered this question. It's never like we all rep Memphis. It's always like, what's the easiest one y'all got? You either repping Gotti, CMG, or you repping whoever Dolph fucking with. So it's always.
I don't think it's like that no more with all the new niggas out now. Like niggas, because Memphis, it ain't just CMG and paper, right? It's, you know, you got all this little section over here, some, you know, bangers, and you got this section over here, this, and all these niggas got rappers now. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, right now BGE might be fucking with CMG just because bag in it, but then you got, like I said, you know, niggas like Big Moochie Grape who don't got nothing to do with none of them niggas, got his own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Or Pooh Shiesty, you know, got his own shit going on. He with 1017, so it's like, and you know, they don't even fuck with CMG no way. Exactly. But so it's like, it's a whole, so it's not really just one CMG and paper out no more. It's like, and then Gotti trying to get off of that shit too. Like, he's starting to fuck with 369. Like, he's saying these names and songs with some positive shit behind it. So it's like the shit, this trying to change, especially when, you know, niggas been lost lives over that shit. Got, you know,
and that 369. For a minute, I was starting to think it was. I mean, you know, I've been with Gotti since, you know, and that's what's up days. That was my Into the Club anthem. Like, they still play that at Limelight everywhere. But first I was thinking, I was like, man, Gotti, this might be something with you. You wasn't fucking with 3-6. I mean, you've been saying that since the first album. Then Dolph came there, but then I looked. I was kind of like, it's hard to rep. It's hard to tell niggas about Memphis, because if you say one person about it, man, I don't fuck with them. It's paper game. I do this is this. So I was hoping that shit kind of died down, because I ain't gonna lie to you, we not really repping All Star like that. So I can tell you, I hear more about Starlito music from other niggas outside of him and Don Tripp, and I be feeling so ashamed of myself, because I'd be like, yeah, man, that shit cool. I'd be like, only thing I want to tell him, like, we got Buck. I mean, ride with me. Those songs, you know, don't act like that shit don't slap.
Hey,
like,
Buck on, he got the song on Mad now. You know
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, don't act like Nashville ain't got it. But so right now, my attention is hyped to bigging up Memphis, but I feel like y'all got something special going on right now. I feel like from y'all athletics, and y'all got and I hope that they put into the city, like they trying to bullshit Nashville. I hope they put into Memphis, because now I ain't gonna lie, I hope they bring the Grizzlies to Nashville. That's the only thing.
Hell no, bro. You trying to have a motherfucking war going on in Memphis,
man? Look, all I'm saying is
we need Ja Morant, bro.
The only way, if I can get Millington orders to go to Millington, which I don't want, but I'll take Millington just because it's 2 hours from the crib. I'm cool with them staying there. But we got every team in Nashville. I'm not saying that Memphis is a bad place.
But Nashville is not no basketball. Say, hell, y'all barely was a football.
We not even a talk. Well, we said what?
Barely football.
Let's not. It's been a great interview. Let's not go.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Just like Memphis, we wasn't no football city. That's why they got the fuck about it. Came Nashville, tried to test the waters. Hey, I'm just saying what I know before I got here.
Damn sure ain't no soccer team either. So I don't know what they soccer.
So that was just a higher power doing that.
Yeah. So
y'all think a baseball team? No, y'all not hockey either, bro.
I don't get that shit either. And the only time I watched Nashville was when they had PK. I was like, oh, black person, I can finally play this on the sticks. And then we lost. The only reason I can say that y'all not hockey is because I played in St. Louis when them niggas got the Blues, and they love that shit. Like, they for real about hockey. So it's like they for real. Even when they losing, them they still the game. Last year, 2 years ago, when the Predators got sorry, when nobody at that shit. Man, fuck the Predators, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, when Nashville I'm gonna tell you how fake I was. Right? That's fine with that. They understand. Y'all had a black player. It ain't like I got somebody representing me on the ice. But look, I'm gonna be real. I downloaded NHL on my Xbox. I created me a whole player. I'm like,
that shit hard to play.
I was getting beat up even on easy. I had to turn the sliders down to the nigga don't hit me back, and I was just getting whooped. But I think like I said, I think what Memphis got right now is special. I wish the Raptors would have came there for the basketball season, but I think that they got it special right now, and I'm just glad that, like, you know, you want to whether you want to know or not, you still one of the faces that represented because you got the Raw Room. You represent what you did with the Titans. You was a pivotal point in us coming up out the mud, out the ground, whether they want to give you flowers or not. You know what I'm saying? I still remember all this. I wanted so like I ain't, you know.
I remember
before
when
I
I
was like,
first got here, this when I knew this shit wasn't like Oakland and St. Louis, because when I did that, that was like my 2017 when I did that, but I was getting DMs and people like, that's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful to the Titans organization. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing me. Don't worry. Watch the
was
next
that a
one.
mouthpiece grill or was that a real grill?
Now, I mouthpiece grill. I got my boy up in
Okay.
Canada that be making me that jet.
That shit was so fucking fresh. Like I said, I just remember, and then you and D'Angelo Russell was the only ones who had y'all dreads like that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was like, dang, man. So I used to make my 2K player with that because, you know, it's kind of thin right here, so it wouldn't come down like I wanted to. I'd be like Flavor Flav. How was it playing for the crib? That's what I did want to know. How was it playing for the crib? Or was you said we ain't no tenant football state anyway? So was it not really?
I said man. I just said that because wasn't nobody. The games wasn't packed like they do now. You know what I'm saying? The past
we ain't even
3
packed now. They
years.
be having other people there. I'd be like, if you don't get
That's
these niggas
true.
the fuck up out of here.
That's true. That's true. There. So I mean, Nashville still got some work to do, but it's only been what 21 years, 22 years. So
yeah, we young.
But what was the question that you had?
How was it? My bad. How was it playing for the team? I mean, how was it playing for the crib?
Oh yeah, if you said, I mean, it was cool. Like I'd never been like growing up. I wasn't a Titans fan. I was like a play. I wasn't nobody fan of nobody but Brian Dawkins. That's all I cared about. You know what I'm saying? Watching him. You know what I'm saying? The ball, do the Wolverine shit. Like that's who I cared about. So you know, being able to come back and play here, all I think about like, ooh, the fan being able to pull up. And then I realized like, oh, these niggas coming 30 deep. I don't, hell no, fuck that. But it was cool being able to be here, and I got high school, players and teammates and classmates hit me up, telling me they came to the games, and it reminded them of high school all over. Just shit like that. I like, you know what I'm saying? But I probably didn't look at it no bigger than that, to be honest, other than being close to the crib. I can shoot to the house in 2.5 hours.
I knew it was definitely convenient. So
yeah,
are you gonna be able to do because where does Collins play?
He in back at home. He in
Oh, okay.
He back at the crib. He come up here every Sunday and we record whenever on Sunday.
Y'all gonna be able to do it when Arizona pick you up? I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it there in the air. Y'all gonna have to use this, huh?
See, that's the thing. I hate using this. I hate zooming, and because I like the intimate shit. I like being in the room or being in the studio together. So it's like I'm gonna try to figure out a way. Like I already know, like whatever team I go to, every nigga in there gonna know that I got a podcast, and the niggas I'm fucking with, they gonna come on the house. So I'm gonna figure that shit out. If I gotta move the whole studio wherever I go, like it's coming regardless, and the pod ain't gonna stop.
How is it being an active player podcaster? Like, dude, I know y'all say, Vrabe is probably cool with it, you know what I'm saying? But not everybody's Vrabe. Not everybody's still getting hit by niggas at 40, 50 years old. So how do you feel like, you gotta, everybody know it, do you feel like you gotta kind of keep it to there? Or do you still network? Do you still go in there with like, yo, this person be great for the show, or kind of be like, I don't want them to think I'm not focused?
Coaches and everything. Yeah, right. But listen, they might seem and act like a certain way in front of the camera media for ESPN and shit. Everybody knows some regular ass niggas. So it's like you can really ask a nigga, like, hey, you trying to come on the pod? They tell your ass straight up, like, yeah, hell yeah, I come on there. Or like you can tell niggas that just might be nervous, they might say some silly shit. They don't understand this ain't radio, nigga. Like, nigga, don't worry, if you got something you don't want in there, don't just trust me. We can edit shit out. I got it. Yeah. But so it's like,
don't go admit to murder, but yeah.
So like that's the thing about like Vrabel. He don't care about this shit as long as you don't talk about injuries. Don't compare the team to nobody else, and like don't like compare players and shit. Like other than that, it's whatever. So
how's it feel being technically you are in the media now? So how's it feel being that opposite side? Being like that vocal figure for the player.
I can't say that I'm the media just because I don't fuck with the media. So I have to say, I don't know what the fuck I say I am, but somebody told me, what the lady told me, she said I'm an influencer now. I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. So I guess I tell myself I'm an influencer. So I just want to, I don't know, I just want to keep this thing. I want everybody just, I do like it now though. That like sometimes when I be at the store at Target and somebody be like, "Hey, aren't you Darren Bates from Raw Room?" I like that shit. I like it. I like that now more than I be like, "Oh, don't you play for the Tigers? Hey, you play football or something like shit like that." I rather motherfucker be like, "Oh, you Darren Bates from Raw Room." So
that
that's
shit
how I know
dope.
my shit getting around. You know what I'm
When
saying?
you get your brand up, that shit hit different than
Exactly.
like, oh, he a football player. Let me get this. When you
Exactly.
see a nigga wear a
Yeah.
Raw Room shirt, like that's from your own mind. Like they can't
That's
control it.
yes. Yes.
So yeah, I it's still weird. Like I said, when people get our shirt, I understand that feeling completely, especially in the military. I work for niggas, even if I make the next rank up, unless I'm Obama or something, nigga, I'm not getting no control over nothing.
Yeah.
For somebody. So I definitely switch it to, I know you're a basketball fan. Who you got for these finals?
Man, I want the Suns to win. Shout out my young nigga campaign. I used to play that nigga when he was little. I played ball with his brother, so I definitely want to see my young nigga get a ring. Gotta see CP3 get a ring. I don't want the Bucks to win because I feel like there'll be a lot of deer memes, a lot of weird shit going on out there with Giannis. Just people, the internet. I really don't care, but I really like campaign to get a ring. I wouldn't be mad if Giannis get a ring. Shit, the nigga been in the league for a minute too. Hell, his brother's got a ring before him, so.
Man,
I hope
that nigga get
do.
no play time. Who your favorite? Who your favorite team?
Grizzlies.
Oh, okay, good. I'm gonna just say this: if you got a connection to him, be like, "Hey, first off, big fan. I really need that Vancouver jersey because they done sold out that bitch everywhere."
This is so hard for me because I can't. Like, I know the nigga that run the Grizzlies social. That's why them niggas always be tweeting me and adding me and hitting me up because I know the nigga. And I be wanting to tell him like, "Hey, bro, tell Ja, you know what I'm saying, let him know hey, your homeboy got pockets Nashville." But I'm not that type of nigga to do that. Like, unless I know the more person.
Yeah. I just talked to somebody. Ironically, I just talked to somebody that knows somebody I want to get on the show, and I was just telling him in the car. I was like, I don't want him to think that I'm talking to him because this person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the weird part about this shit. Like you know that you can do it, but you don't. You want to keep the connection authentic. Yeah. So it's like, let me just try to get him on my own, so that way me and you still Gucci, and I got him. So then you ain't have to compromise. Then I don't want the person to be like, yo, you using me to help your niggas out. So like, I get you completely.
Yeah. Like with campaign, like I remember. So people start hitting me up on Twitter, like, you should get campaign on since you know what I'm saying, you've been on him, blah, blah. It's like, bro, I can't. I could just hit that nigga brother right now and be like, hey, as soon as the season over, when you come back to them, y'all slide down to the Ville. Yeah. I can do that, but then if it was me, I'd be like, hey, why this nigga ain't never asked me to be on this? Even though they probably not thinking like, oh, I just started this in August 2020, but they might still thinking it might throw them, you know what I'm saying, make a nigga feel a certain type of way. So it's like, man, if they hit me up saying they want to pull up, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I be fucking with Jeff all the time. This nigga been going on for the longest. But I ain't been in the room. But when I tell his ass when to pull up, he don't pull up. But it's like, you tell like nigga he still don't mind. He still want to be on it. So when I fuck with him, be like, oh, weak ass nigga, I thought you gonna come on the ball.
Yeah, niggas, you and me think the same. Like niggas don't be getting at it either. Like you want to ask them, but then you like, well, one, I gotta have you for something to talk about. I just can't have you bring it on with nothing. Two, you said something earlier that was like, I had niggas on that don't promote your shit at all. I'd be like, bro, why did you ask me to come on there? And then be like, oh, I can't really post nothing because I'm going through court. I'm going through court right now, and I don't want nobody. This is time. I'm like, nigga, how is you talking about the Pretty Ricky album gonna fuck with your case? Like, nigga, I definitely that's probably the hardest part. Like I said, thankfully you just don't give up because, like I said, I just DM'd you and I DM'd like Will, I DM everybody, whoever respond, I'm active. And then, like I said, all I gotta do is if you say yes, you throw me the lob, I'm gonna go get it. But definitely, please re-release them Vancouver jerseys because I was not. They are. I think I got to go to the shop and get them, but because they won't sell them bitches online. The only people that sell them is Etsy. But I would say, I'm gonna need you to be a lot more aggressive this next year. Okay, I get it. Darren Brooks was looking like beige, Elder Barge out there with that curl out there doing what he need to. But I need you to take over and stop passing that ball. Don't worry about the shot.
That shooting game. That's all I got to do.
Exactly. I'm surprised he didn't play for Team USA. I mean, they were stacked.
Listen.
They got beat.
Yeah. So, but you look at the point guard position, I forgot who it was, like Dame Lillard and who was the other point. It was somebody that's certified all-star. So it was like, I get it, but somebody can't make. I think like Chris Middleton. Somebody, he don't need to be on the goddamn team. Or somebody, I forgot who the fuck it was, but
cockeye bad. What's his name? Kevin Love. Kevin Love could have
this nigga.
Kevin Love could have set his ass at home. You know what I didn't get? I don't get how Zion make the All-Star team. He ain't took his team to the playoffs once. If Ja didn't get stopped by the bubble, that's back-to-back years playoff teams. So I don't get
the hype, bro. They trying to
exactly.
make it. They gonna keep it going with Zion. He gonna be they trying to make him the face of the league and all that shit. Like he might be going to New York or another big market team.
He gonna be the face of he gonna be the face of Slim Fast in a minute, unless you want to come on the show, Zion, and you look great. But up until then, that he getting chunky. But I hope I like I'm I'm of course root for the home team, and especially if y'all want to come to Nashville. But I'm definitely I hope I think y'all should take what's his name? Fucking Lonzo. I think Lonzo will be good with y'all. I think there's no real pressure out there. I hope Darren Jackson come back because he didn't play all last year because I know he had
this nigga played. He played in the fucking series and was looking.
No, he did play.
Ass.
Yeah, he was out there looking like butt cheeks. I was like,
nigga
yo, where's
went
the nigga?
0 from 7 from 1 for 7 from 3-point line. Kept on shooting. That shit had me hot. And then I get to see DeAndre Ayton. Now he same class. I get it. We didn't have a chance to get that nigga, but he balling his ass off.
Oh, balling his ass off completely. What is something before we wrap? Where do you want to take it, or where do you plan to see the Raw Room in the next 5 years?
5 years. Like I said, I hope I'll be. Shit, I think they had 5 or 6 years now. 85 South Show. So I'm hoping to be at 1 million downloads episode. I'm hoping to have the 1 million followers on Instagram and maybe be able to monetize my shit wholly and just pay all the niggas I'm working with. I can pay them through that type of shit. And then I really had the vision of one day having this shit on like Vice Network or HBO, somebody that let me still be me, talk my shit. Kind of, just be the nigga that all I gotta do is show up. I ain't gotta do none of this other shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta really put the grind into it now. I just get to show up and have fun with it. So, like I said, I'm just trying to keep this bitch going. I don't know what the fuck could happen. Like, I do want to coach one day in the NFL? So it's like, ooh, having a podcast as a coach, that'll be live, and that shit gonna be hard. But I would, if anybody would do that shit, I'll do that shit.
Oh, you already got the perfect angle. What y'all got? DB room, you got the Raw Room, the title go through. Like I said,
it's gonna be the same shit.
Yeah, that's so. I'm saying like to be an active player to do this, going into your 9th year, going to the wherever it gets you together. I'm gonna still need a jersey wherever it goes. So please post where you going, so I can go on Fanatics and go ahead and get it. Definitely getting that one. If you do go to AZ, they're gonna be here or there?
I don't know. We played them 2-3 years ago.
I ain't even in Nashville. They're gonna be in Nashville. They're gonna be wherever it go. I got family at Delta, so I'm going to either game. So I'm gonna be there. So but it's like I said, definitely inspiration to see you go out there, and definitely a big fan of the show. Appreciate you coming on. This is dope. I had a lot of fun with you. Hopefully, man. Of course, man. Like I said, thank you for answering. You know what I'm saying? I still got some niggas to go through. I'm gonna need you to hit that follow back button when I put that episode. So yeah, so that's also my request. All right, niggas, don't be coming on not following back. Like but
I will be that nigga though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am that nigga.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a tag. Hey, brother, I ain't asked so much. Just hit that follow back. But I appreciate you. Like I said, hopefully, congrats to your 1 year coming up next month. Thank you. 1 year old in this game. Definitely got a lot more to go. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you come back on. I'm definitely gonna be looking at the couch and stuff like that. And shout out, I want my shirt here because that shit fire. So make sure y'all definitely check out the Raw Room clothes and stuff like that. I'm gonna post it when we put the video out. But I appreciate my man, Mr. DB Easy, out here today from the Raw Room. No problem, man. All right.